Welcome. So glad you're here. You're strong, resilient. Your commitment is just unbelievable. That's right, unbelievable. Your commitment. So glad you're here. Foundation step 7, self-care and living life. So remember this, self-care is a gift to yourself. Making yourself a priority, contrary to what some of us have been taught, where we have to care for others first. It doesn't do well for our well-being in the long run unless we take care of our well-being first. That makes us more strong, resilient, and our well-being there so we can support others. So we're in a good place. Otherwise, it leads to burnout and breaking down our immune system, our well-being, as we've gone through on this course. So this is the point where we start developing and looking at life about our own self-care, how we treat ourselves, what we do for ourselves. And this encompasses quite a few things. So just sharing from my past, I've worked in mental health for 20 years. I thought taking care of myself was drinking heavily to avoid and not feel and not think about it. I took on so much of others people's stresses and pain and suffering that I didn't know how to truly self-care and release and bring in new energy. So part of this is talking, movement, most importantly meditating, our mindfulness practice, connecting with others, and eventually we will develop a self-care plan in Foundation Step 8. But as I reflect on my own life, my way of self-caring in that moment when I drank really just compounded things and made things worse and really damaged my well-being in the long run. So today, self-care is number 1. It's a commitment to myself, and this is the best thing I can do. And it's not selfish, because if I'm not right, then I'm not going to be right being with others or the world around me. And I want to be right, because life's a lot better when I'm in a better place. And so this is really just a lesson and an introduction into this Foundation Step 7 on self-care and what we bring in. And so what do we bring in our life? Meaning, how am I living my life? What am I watching? What am I reading? What am I listening to? What am I eating? What am I drinking? Who am I socializing with? Do I have hobbies? What energy and flow am I bringing in? And so I will leave you with one reflection that will lead into our main reflection on this Foundation Step 7. And bringing your awareness to a focal point in your visual field, or gently closing your eyes, making contact with the breath, and sensing the breath entering through the nose, in through the chest, core, pelvic region, and into the body, and sensing the release, anchoring in the breath into the body. Reflecting, how am I living my life today? How am I living life today? Bringing your awareness back to the breath. And when you're ready, gently opening up your eyes. And maybe taking a moment to reflect and journal, to share with someone close to you, or just to read and process with. Be cool to yourself, be cool to others. Take care.